The next Joker,
Mm,
the quintessential one. Me personally,
yeah.
I love Jack Nicholson. Amazing.
Hmm.
But I have a preference.
Hmm.
And Heath Ledger's Joker, for me, is the best Joker to ever grace the live action screen.
He's the scariest for sure.
Definitely.
He's funny too, though.
He is. No, no, I think it's just a matter of preference, right? Subjectively, right?
Yeah.
Um, but I'd say that this Joker is better than Jack Nicholson's.
Hmm.
Because even though Jack Nicholson is at a point, como se dice, where is at a point where like he demands the room, he's powerful, that kind of thing. All of that is readily apparent. Heath Ledger's Joker sneaks up on you. He makes
Hmm.
you think you have the control, and then he says, "Nah, bitch, you fell into my trap." Yeah, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I just think there's way more iconic scenes, iconic shots in The Dark Knight surrounding Joker than there is Jack Nicholson's Joker. I think
Yeah.
that Heath Ledger. I'm not gonna use the card that he gave up his life for the role, so he's instantly. I'm not gonna use that card. That's a dumb card to
Yeah.
use. It's kind of a como se dice, kind of slimy to use too, so I won't use that. What I'm saying
Hmm.
is that the fact that Heath Ledger needed to put himself in like a basement for 6 months, some shit like that. What do you have to do?
I think he locked himself in an apartment.
Yeah, for months at a time, trying to get down the isolation. Like, dude, that's dedication, right?
Yeah, it's dedication for
And then
sure.
you just add to the fact that his monologues. I'm sorry, his monologues are so iconic. It's
Hmm.
ridiculous. Like I think one of my favorite quotes. I don't know the exact wordage, but it was something. It was literally in his last scene. I think it was his last line. It's like all the White Knight. All he needed was a little push.
Yeah.
Like that line was. I forget exactly what he said, but when that
Hmm. I
line
think you got it.
happened, when he said it, my jaw dropped. I'm like, oh fuck. So, I think I think there are just way too many great moments with this Joker in this film to not consider him the best Joker of all time. One of the greatest ones, and I don't think any actors. I don't think there's a lot of actors that could pull this off.
Hmm.
The hospital scene where
Yeah.
he's walking out and he's trying to hit the fucking detonation and he's
Yeah.
still in character. It's not going off. And then once it finally goes off, he's still in character, gets into the bus, closes it, and then gets up to the front. Like, it was ridiculous how that little moment where it's like, oh, it's not working. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then he did it anyway, all in one take, practically shot with no CGI, nothing, practically shot. The scale of that moment, and for it to malfunction and yet make the scene better. There is no way you could do better than what Heath Ledger did. There's no human being on earth that could have done that better. I don't care who.
Hmm.
I don't care who you put up there. You have something like that, and you put it up against Jack Nicholson's character. I'm sure that there were moments where he improvises Jack fucking Nicholson,
Yeah.
but never to that extreme.
No, Heath Ledger's whole performance feels improvised. When you really lock it down, it just feels like improv the entire way through, but it's so fucking good.
You know why it feels like improv? Because Heath Ledger didn't play a character. He
Yeah.
became the Joker for a fortnight. That's exactly what the fuck he did. I like to think that Heath Ledger's not only the scariest, but I think he's probably the baddest motherfucker to ever grace a screen. He's definitely up there.
Yeah.
I truly believe that this Joker, the way that he planned everything, the way that everything was set up so perfectly, and that even though his plan was thwarted at the end, still got the last laugh. You have to give it up to the writers, right? I think it was Nolan, right?
Yeah.
Nolan. Was it one other person too, or was it just
I think
Nolan?
his brother, or because I know he wrote with David S. Goyer for
Mm-hmm.
Batman Begins, and then he wrote with his brother for The Dark Knight Rises, but I don't remember who co-wrote The Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
It's either his brother or David S. Goyer, but I want to say it was his brother. I could be wrong.
You know,
Don't quote me on that.
I think it's, you know, I think a great way to put it is this. What Batman movie do you know doesn't start with Batman?
The Dark Knight Rises.
That's it. Okay, Dark Knight Rises, but that's the Nolan trilogy. All right, fair.
Yeah.
Besides that.
Batman Returns.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, then let me
It starts with Penguin as a baby.
Okay, then let me rephrase.
Mm-hmm.
No, that doesn't work either, because Nicholson definitely outplayed Keaton.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just say it like this. Name a more iconic intro scene for a villain. In the Batman universe. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Any villain in the Batman universe. He's a fanboy, so he should know.
I'm thinking. I'm going through the.
And I don't mean fanboy as a negative. Like, we love geeking out to Batman here.
Of course, yeah. I'm looking through the filing cabinet in my head for. You said opening, right? Specifically.
Yeah, like opening to a film, game, whatever. Like the better opening for a villain.
For a villain specifically.
Yes.
Mm.
Talking about villains here.
Yeah. In Batman specifically.
In the Batman universe, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no. Heath Ledger's got to be the best one. I was gonna say like Riddler's one in the Batman is really good, but it's not Heath Ledger's Joker good.
It's not Heath Ledger. It's nowhere near as iconic. It's nowhere near practically shot, and it has nowhere near as many great lines.
Yeah, very memorable.
For example, who taught you how to count? Perfect.
That shit feels like something a thug would say in the Arkham games.
Oh, man. That final monologue he had during that scene where he had the gas grenade in that guy's mouth. What did he say? He said something along the lines of...
I'm going to say something that you would not hear anyone on Twitter ever say about a movie or a character or something. Jack Nicholson is my favorite Joker, but Heath Ledger is the best Joker.
Damn. Holmes really broke it down. That being said...
Two different, levels, right? Because you have your favorite, but objectively the best is Heath Ledger.
A lot more complicated, a lot more well written, and even the comedy hits. Not probably, you can say that Jack Nicholson is funnier, and I can actually agree with you, but Heath Ledger's still pretty fucking funny. And then you add that with all the crazy shit that he gets up to. It's not only the good writing, the good performance, but it's also the spectacle. This Joker beats Jack Nicholson's Joker in so many ways that Jack Nicholson had no control over. It is what it is.
Yeah. And honestly, there is only really one solid reason why Heath Ledger's Joker is the best. Because he's also the smartest.
Yes, very much so. For example, Batman... Let me break it down. Okay.
Bro was doing the lip smacking too. I heard that shit. I heard the...
Yeah.
I think Heath Ledger, no.
Joker did, in a couple weeks, what Batman's been trying to do his entire tenure, and that's clean up the streets. Bro really took out all the bad guys in one fell swoop. All the fucking crime families, remember that fucking scene where he's sitting there at the table, he's got the grenade vests, all those guys that Batman's been after and been running around, Joker took them out like this.
Mm-hmm. Let's not blow things out of proportion. That's a good line.
I love that guy. I love that guy. The fact is, I feel like this Joker also had the biggest balls of any Joker. I don't care. That motherfucker walked... First of all, he went up in a fist fight against Batman. And he didn't win the fight, but he won the war, motherfucker.
He did.
You know? Yeah. He got Harvey Dent. He beat Batman.
Yep.
Not in every way. He didn't get the boats to explode.
No.
But he beat Batman. Jack Nicholson can't say that.
Nope. I mean, Jack Nicholson fucking died. Two very different endings.
Listen, there's so much I'm missing because it's been so long since I've watched The Dark Knight. But trust me, eventually when we do watch The Dark Knight, whether it's together or separate, I'm going to do like a solid 90-minute video.
just about the Joker.
Just slobbing all over the knob that is The Dark Knight. Like, in general, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think Heath Ledger is the best Joker. And I do think there is competition for that spot. But I think ultimately, you'd be kidding yourself if you didn't say Heath, man. It is what it is. You can debate you can debate the Batmans, you can debate the Gordons, you can debate the Harvey Dents, you can debate the Riddlers, but you can't debate the Joker.